Basil, thick thighs.
Oh, yeah.
And thick thighs kill me. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats, folks.
Welcome, baby.
Today it is just the two of us.
It is just the two of us, but we're also celebrating the fact that you're back from the dead.
I'm back from the dead.
Indeed.
COVID was really anticlimactic.
I thought you were about to say anti-Semitic.
COVID was really anti-Semitic. It
Yeah.
only...
If
Have
you
you ever
infect
noticed...
me, you're anti-Semitic. Yeah.
Have you ever noticed it's only targeted Jews?
I have.
Ever?
I have noticed.
Yeah.
I've never seen... That's how you know Tom Hanks is Jewish.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
You know how our good friend Maxim, friend of the pod, got it?
Oh, yeah.
He got it twice.
He became Jewish twice.
Yes.
He got two
That's because COVID was...
2 bar mitzvahs.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
2 circumcisions, 2 bar mitzvahs.
I know.
I wonder if you get an adult...
One virus. What a bargain.
All for the price of one. I wonder if you get an adult circumcision, if you get, like, gifts for it.
Ooh.
Because as a little kid, I mean,
Wait, do you have do you have a whole ass bris? Like a whole celebration and party thing?
Yeah,
if
like
you
a
do
bridal shower.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Maybe we should do a celebration, Patreon exclusive, Lucas's bris.
I love that we keep talking about Patreon exclusives and we haven't made one yet.
No, we have not.
And we're going to do it one day.
We're going to do it, I swear to God. Patreon does sound easier to set up than Discord, so I could set it up. Discord is really... the people who listen to this podcast,
yes,
age range of, I'm specifically speaking to the younger listeners, 14 to 18. Do you know that you're all tech wizards?
Oh, yeah. Seriously, you've made us feel so old with how little we know how to navigate Discord or any of these younger doodads and thingamajigs.
We can't figure this shit out. We're gonna start going by telephone.
we just use my landline. And that's our only mode of communication for the outside world.
Patreon exclusive. Everybody gets landline.
Everybody.
We have an 18-way call every week with 16 listeners of our choice, all of whom have a landline.
Yep.
If you don't have a landline, I'm sorry, you're fucked. You can't listen anymore.
No. But you can dial in.
I thought you were going to say, but you can fucking die. You can't listen, but you can die.
You can't listen, but you can get fucked.
Yeah, that's oh my God, there was a Nickelodeon commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, it was for the Naked Brothers band. Do you remember them?
Do I remember? I met Kasim, the guitarist.
Oh shit! Can we get him on the pod? That would be pretty amazing.
Hey, do you remember when we both auditioned for PPAS?
Oh my God!
I met him at when I was doing my audition for PPAS High School.
Did you get in?
I did not.
Oh, interesting. I got into PPAS. But you know what I did not get into?
Brag.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
I got into LaGuardia and PPS.
That is another place, yeah.
Did not get into Frank Sinatra. For those who don't know, that's like if Harvard and Yale takes you and UVA is like, we don't care.
Yeah.
These are performing arts high schools in New York City.
Performing arts high schools, drama places, drama high schools.
For my PBAS audition, I ran into this one kid who I knew from playing baseball with.
Uh-huh.
And you ever watch someone have an embarrassing moment in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, so he did something that sounded a lot like a loud fart. And I looked over at him because I couldn't, the sound, you hear sound, you turn your head. And he glowered at me and he went, "That was my shoe," which made it so much worse. I was like, no, it was a fart. I could have been convinced maybe that it was your shoe if you hadn't said it. Now I know it was a fart.
What did his shoe look like?
It was just like a black shoe. It was a normal shoe. It didn't look like it had a mouth and a butthole to make farts with. Certainly not.
It did. It was asking for it.
The new Air Force Ones, now with the new feature you won't forget.
A little Tina Sieben is inside it.
Oh, Tina's burp will ring out through history.
That was my favorite thing to make a clip out of. And you know what's funny is that she texted me. She was like, "Lucas, I have to ask, how hard was it to find that in the episode?" I was like, "Not hard."
No, not hard. It's the part where on the audio it just rumbled for 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's where the actual audio track just vibrated on my computer screen.
The audio track went, "Hey, there's the burp."
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually spelled it out for you. Pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was a great episode. I'm glad to be back in my chair.
I'm glad that you're back in your chair as well.
Yeah, having COVID, weird.
Yeah, and having Tina there, very unfamiliar.
Ugh.
I don't like adjusting to new things.
I don't like new people.
I'm
xenophobic.
I'm Tina-phobic.
I'm Tina-phobic.
Yeah.
I'm not biphobic. I'm not homophobic. I am phobic against one person.
Yes.
It'd be funny if you
Who is both bi and homeless.
Bi and homeless.
Here's the thing. I was about to say homosexual, but I was like, is that a past word? Can I say that anymore? I was like, is that passé? Is it?
Yeah, I do know some gay people. They're like, oh, the homosexuals, like referring to themselves.
Right. Yeah.
But it does give a little bit of a ring of like the homosexuals.
It does. It reminds me of one my dad once said, Oriental.
Oh, my mom sometimes says Oriental.
I also forgot to turn on the lights, even though they do next to nothing. Let me just do that.
Turn those lights on, baby girl.
Turning those lights on.
I gotta be in the spotlight for this. Maybe while you're turning on the lights is when I can try this new treat you've put in front of me.
Oh, yes. Okay. So for those who don't know, I have gotten really into mangosteens. They're a wonderful fruit that you can get at H Mart if you're in New York City.
Lucas has a lot of sex. For those who don't know, he gets really into exotic fruits in his spare time.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I need to turn my iPad on airplane mode because a scam caller is calling me.
Is it a scam caller or is it the new mangosteen? Let's do it. Take the call.
Okay.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Take the call.
Hello?
A reply to notices that you have received in the mail regarding your vehicle service contract. These notices are to inform you that your vehicle's coverage may have lapsed and you're responsible for all maintenance required on your vehicle. We're offering you
Lucas, give him the credit card. It's just easier.
I'm going to give him my asshole.
Coverage specialist to go over your options. Press 1. Again, please
Lucas is going. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're doing it.
This is Sam with the Warranty Division. Can you please verify the year, make, and model of your vehicle so we can pull up your file?
Of course. It's a 3002 Martian stepladder.
She said, fuck this shit. I'm over you. She said, fucking podcasters again. No more. No more. Oh my God. I sometimes feel bad for these scam people.
I don't.
Oh, but
I don't.
It's just some woman in India who needs to make money.
Yeah, that's true.
There was one time I actually almost fell for a scam. And it was, oh my God. Oh, it was because I just invested in crypto as a bit. I didn't invest a lot.
Okay.
This is like the most straight man thing about me. I didn't invest a lot. I think I put like $30 into a Bitcoin or whatever coin. And I get a call that's like, there's been suspicious activity on your Coinbase account. So I take the call, and this woman's like, we need to verify some info on your Coinbase account. Do you have a moment? And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I have a meeting. Because I had a meeting. And she was like, no, you don't understand. We need to do it right now. I was like, I can't do it right now. Can you do it any other time? And I started listing other times on the calendar that I could speak with her. And she was freaking out. She was like having a conniption. Eventually, I just hung up on her. But the way that she was
She was also having a knish.
She was she was like, I'm speaking to this Jew.
Gotta speak them, gotta meet them halfway.
Yeah, she was method acting.
Yeah.
She was like, all right.
Okay, so for those who don't know, mangosteen, I believe, okay, this is what it says online. It says mangosteen, also known as the purple mangosteen, is a tropical evergreen tree with an edible fruit native to tropical lands surrounding the Indian Ocean.
Ooh.
And I got it at H Mart. Now you're gonna try some.
Oh my gosh, really good.
Isn't it amazing?
It's tender. It melts in your mouth.
I know.
Mm.
It's so good.
Wow.
It's very expensive, but oh my God, is it good?
Brag.
Oh yeah, Lucas is a baller. But yeah,
I just bodied this whole thing. How much
yeah.
money did I just eat?
I think it's like probably like $4.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like $10.
No.
It's this small. It's like the size of my hand.
No, I think it was like $16 for a bag of them, and you get 4 a bag, and so I think probably like $4.
Okay.
Per fruit.
That was maybe worth $4.
Oh, I love it so much. It was Sanyam Sharma, another comedian who brought them to a mic, and he was like, "Have you ever had a mangosteen?" I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, you're in for a ride, baby bird." He didn't actually say that.
Yeah, he did, and then he flew away with his wings.
Oh yeah.
I do like that another comedian brought it to your attention, and that you weren't just researching mangosteens on your own time.
I was like, I need new fruits.
I need to culturally appropriate something, or else I'll have no personality. Please, what Indian fruits can I eat? I assume that is Indian.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
Although mangosteen, Jewish.
I was like,
or German.
Yes.
Or no, that's Mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
Yeah.
Or Frankenstein, like Mel Brooks. So back to Jewish.
Yes, yep. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That's what Hitler became after he was rejected from art school.
Hi, I'm Dr. Murray Mangosteen. Let's take a look at your uvula.
Uvula sounds like a good fruit name.
It's a beautiful name for a girl.
Oh, you're going to call your baby girl Uvula?
Yeah.
Lucas is pregnant, but I don't know if you guys know that. He's pregnant with baby Uvula.
I'm pregnant with Tina's child. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. How was that while I was away?
That's
oh
yeah. I took a test this morning.
It was a COVID test. You took a COVID test and it was like, well, you're pregnant, but you don't have COVID. So
COVID gender. Yeah.
COVID gender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That would be crazy if somehow like the tests ended up getting switched.
Oh wait, something I wanted to ask you was that so after we recorded our episode last week, Tina and I were talking to Gabby. We were like, "Is there anything you really, really like?" And Gabby said that she wanted a carvel cake, and so I wanted to know how was the carvel ice cream cake.
It was amazing. We
glad.
finished the whole thing.
Beautiful.
Tina and Lucas, during my experience being sick, sent me a carvel cake that said, "Congrats, it's COVID."
Yeah.
And I asked Lucas about the experience of going to the Carvel and getting that cake. And can you just relay what the man said to you?
Oh yeah, so I asked him to like put the message on. I was like, it's a joke. It's kind of like a jokey thing for my. I'm not actually like congratulating someone on getting COVID. Just I hope you understand. And I was like, congrats, it's COVID. That's what I want on the cake for a friend of mine that just got COVID. And he was like, I thought you couldn't get it anymore.
Oh shit.
He was like, no, it can't be. I was like, are you arguing with like a friend of mine's official test result? Like, it was really funny.
I blew his mind, I think. I blew his mind, or I'm a medical marvel.
I think, I don't know what to say.
I mean, I've always been a medical marvel.
You've always been. Oh, yeah.
I'm marvelous. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a show that my therapist brought up in regard to me.
Whoa.
She said, I thought of you the other day because I've been watching Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, because you also have a husband that you don't have a connection to.
Yeah. I also have a husband who steals jokes from late night shows. Yeah. What if Sylvie was just on the comedy circuit and I had no idea? I've always wanted her to try stand-up.
Just being like, but she does exclusively Jim Gaffigan bits like, Hot Pocket. She's like, so I have a wife and 5 children. Just like,
or like worse.
And
like,
we live in a tiny apartment.
Daniel Tosh bits. She goes up, she's like, carpet munchers.
How does Superman fly faster? Just like.
I would love that. I would love
that. Would be really good.
Have you watched any Miss Maisel?
I have. I started watching. I'm not finished with season 1, and I haven't like touched it in a while.
So, and you haven't been touched in a while.
I haven't. No, I have not.
I watched up to the beginning of season 2, and then I stopped watching, and here's why. Because in the first episode of season 2, and this is not a spoiler because it's been out for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Miss Maisel goes to like a drag club in France, and she takes the microphone during this drag performance and just starts doing stand-up in English.
Holy shit.
And she like crushes.
Wow.
Which is not to say French people don't speak English, like most of them do. I'm saying, like, in what world does a comic just like go up during another performance and just start doing their tight 10? Actually, she wasn't even doing material. She was just riffing. She was like, "You look better in a dress than I do," and everyone went, "Ha ha ha! That's crazy. It's the 50s. We've never heard of this. RuPaul wasn't even alive yet."
Oh my god. Well, now I'm just thinking, like, wait, when was RuPaul born? If not like this, I thought that he was born in the 60s.
RuPaul was born in 1893 and has never died.
RuPaul is actually Jules Verne.
Who's Jules Verne?
A writer of like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Forgot Lucas reads.
Yeah. No, I don't actually. I'm just
Oh,
I'm just big on movie adaptations. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Love a movie adaptation.
Journey to the Center of the Earth, that's the Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was. I liked the movie. I did.
Are you a Josh Hutcherson fan?
I'm a stan. I love a short king. I do.
He is a short king.
He is a short king indeed.
I like did you ever see Little Manhattan?
Yes.
Great
I did.
movie. I think about that movie constantly.
I remember, when did that come out? Because I think I saw it when I was like around the same age.
Yeah, I must have been like maybe 12 or 13 or something. And I thought he was just the cutest thing.
Oh yeah, well they were both just like adorable, and I was like, I want a love story. I was like, I remember the way he felt, and I felt like I really empathized with him.
Okay.
I had very early crushes.
Well,
as
we're
well
different
like
kinds of people then, because I was like, I want a Razor scooter. That's how I felt watching that. I really want a Razor scooter. He scoots all around Manhattan, and he's like the king of the fucking world on his Razor scooter. Oh my god! At one point, she rides on the back of the Razor scooter with him.
Oh yeah.
Baller move.
I wanted a girl like that to go on a Razor scooter as well. I was that was my fantasy. That
But
was
can
like,
you ride a Razor?
That was
scooter?
my The Notebook. That.
Oh my god. The Notebook, also an insane movie. A movie I think that shouldn't work, but does.
Ooh, describe why.
Because it's stupid, but it's beautifully acted, and it's like it really believes in itself.
That's true. It's like the Star Wars prequels. It is terrible writing, but just great actors, great everything else. It's just
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the Star Wars prequels. When
it also had Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah,
The Notebook did have Jar Jar Binks.
Oh right, Yeah, he was the lead.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember when Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks is like, I row you 300.
Jar Jar in the wink, 2 in the pink. The stink. I forgot. That.
3 Jar Jars in the stink. How does Jar Jar talk again? He's like,
what, Lisa?
Yeah, yeah. I remember when he said, I roll you every day for 365 days. And then he fucks Rachel McAdams. I remember when Jar Jar Binks did that.
Why do you sound like Toad from Mario Brothers but dying?
Hello? You know, Toad from Mario Brothers has been dying.
4 now.
Why do you sound like he's also a Jewish grandmother? Toad from Mario Brothers is dying of an incurable disease that makes him Jewish. There's been a lot of Jewish material this episode. It's because it's Purim.
It is Purim.
Do you have any good Purim memories?
I never once celebrated it. Not once have I celebrated, although on the way home last night I did pass by a couple that were in a full costume.
Oh, what were they wearing? Dolce Gabbana.
They were both wearing one was wearing a hot dog costume, the other it was a couple. Man was wearing a hot dog costume, woman was wearing a pirate costume.
How that's a couple's costume, I don't know.
Oh, it wasn't like coordinated.
I was gonna say.
It was just like they were just vibing with themselves.
As if to say the pirate is always eating the hot dog. You know that old stereotype.
That's what they always say.
That's what the Pirates of the Caribbean was about. Just Johnny Depp scarfing down hot dogs.
Yeah. Love the corn dog.
It also just occurred to me that I said Dolce and Gabbana, which I don't think is how it's pronounced. Isn't it?
It is Dolce and Gabbana.
But is it? Or did I say Dulce and Gabbana?
Well, it is Dolce. That is how you say it.
Yeah.
C-E in Italian is a ch.
Reminds me of the classic Devil Wears Prada line. How do you spell Gabbana? And then like, Anne Hathaway's on the phone with someone. She's like, I'm sorry, how do you spell Gabbana? And then she gets hung up on. She's so hapless and quirky. She's just like that at our mic. She's always like, how do you spell comedy? And Aaron and I are like, Annie, not again.
So wait, how do you spell Gabbana?
Gabby.
How do you spell Gabby?
B-U-
Sexy.
Yep, I was gonna say Butts. Butts. I always get so tempted on the Wordle to guess butts, even though it's two T's, and it's no vowels. It's really a stupid word to guess. I shouldn't be guessing butts, but sometimes I follow my heart.
I love shout out to Dan Yang. He had one of the best tweets I have ever seen. He said typing woman into all 6 tries on Wordle because I'm a feminist.
Yeah. I love that tweet.
Love that so much. It's so good.
Oh man, we gotta get him on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a get. Yeah.
What a get.
Oh yeah, have some more of the ruby chocolate. Did you guys know that a new kind of chocolate came out? There's white, there's milk, there's dark, and now there's pink. Oh, give me a square.
What I don't understand is why it took them this long to innovate a 4th kind of chocolate.
I don't know. I think it's like a kind that they just never thought to market.
Someone just had it in secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I would hide it too.
Like sexuality.
Do you think there's someone who's discovered like a different kind of crazy food invention and they're just like, no, I will not reveal this to the world. This is too powerful.
Whoa. Something that would like break the food market?
Yeah, I know what
because it would be too popular?
Yeah, it would. Everyone would want a piece.
Ooh.
I know I've discovered something like that.
What have you discovered?
Okay, fine. I'll reveal it to the world. Graham crackers and peanut butter.
I feel like there's a lot of people that have that.
No.
No?
No. Only me.
Only you.
I'm the only person, to my knowledge.
I will. Oh, I have a flavor blasted combination for you guys. I do, which is toast with your chosen kind of nut butter, be it almond, peanut. I have sunflower seed and hemp butter. I do have that in my fridge.
Gay.
Very gay. But your chosen, so like toast with that, and then kimchi on top.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, like the peanut butter or whatever you have, it's like so like rich and unctuous and like.
I'm sorry. It's not the word I expected you to choose.
I got great adjectives, all right? I have the best adjectives, the greatest adjectives in the world.
You will never meet someone with better adjectives than me.
I saw this guy walk in. I said, wow, he has great adjectives.
See, when you do a Trump impression, it sounds like Trump. When I do a Trump impression...
Do one.
Okay, unctuous. What's it sound like to you, Lucas?
That sounds like Toad trying to be Al Pacino.
So everywhere I'm just Toad.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you look at the trajectory of Al Pacino's career, it would be him trying to be Toad because he's a method actor.
Yeah.
Wonder how you method act Toad. You go around every day like just squatting.
I'm just trying to be Toad.
You like, what does Toad even fucking do in the Mario universe?
Oh, I don't know. I'm stuck in Pacino.
You're stuck in Pacino. You speak like Pacino the whole episode.
Yeah. That would be so tough. That would do ravage on my vocal cords. I don't know if I could.
I don't know how he does it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how he talks like
on the
himself.
verge of death. But no. But
don't
seriously,
say that. What if we release this episode and then Al Pacino dies tomorrow?
Then I'm magic.
No! Then you cannot use that power ever again. We could never mention a celebrity except Chloe Grace Moretz and Machine Gun Kelly. Because remember...
Because we're going to outlive them.
We made a... For those who only started listening when we came back in person, when we were on Zoom, we made a bet. I don't know who we're betting with or against, but it was that...
God.
We're a bet against God.
Yeah.
I will outlive Machine Gun Kelly, and Lucas will outlive Chloe Grace Moretz.
Indeed.
I think I've got a better shot than you because I think Chloe...
Do you think Chloe is healthier than I am?
No, I'm not saying she's healthier than you. I'm saying that she is such a little snake that she's going to find a way to get some anti-aging technology like what Peter Thiel wants to do where he wants to create his own island.
I see. Okay.
And like live till he's 500.
Yeah.
I think somehow Chloe Grace Moretz is going to weasel her way into it. And I think Machine Gun Kelly is going to die like in 2 days.
Yes, but you see, the thing is, I'm a very healthy eater. You see, I eat things like peanut butter and kimchi on my toast. I need to drink more water. That's actually something that I'm not good at. I get very dehydrated. That's something I need to do for my longevity. But otherwise, I think I have very good, healthy habits, and I think that I'm going to live a long time.
I think hydration is a myth.
Really? Do you think water is a myth as well?
I think whatever I'm drinking, it's probably
not there.
Flavorless pee. You peed in a cup. You were like, can I get you anything? Can I get you anything? That's why he's so polite. It's to make up for the guilt of peeing in a cup.
It's to make up for the fact that I give everyone my piss.
So yummy, though.
Yeah.
I don't mind. You know, water has a taste.
It does.
I feel like water tastes great.
Can we just give like a shout out to water when it's nighttime? So good.
It sounds like you're dehydrated. You're doing that thing my friend does where she'll be like, water tastes better after midnight. I'm like,
it does.
No.
It tastes so good.
Okay, water tastes better when you haven't drank it in 8 hours.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Water tastes better when you desperately need water.
Yeah, when you're thirsty, it hits so well.
You're talking like a viral tweet. You know those ones that
it
are
hits
like,
so well.
Remember chairs? Those hit different. Remember you put your food on the table? That shit was crazy. We all did that, right? It gets like 50,000
Live,
retweets.
laugh, plates. Yeah.
Live, laugh, plates. I'm going to get plates that say live, laugh, plates.
Ha! Oh, my God. Wait, come up with more viral tweet. Right now. You got it.
Okay, okay.
Tits or get the fuck out, said by a clock.
That you should actually tweet.
That I should.
The viral tweets are more like, oh, did we all go to school or was that just me?
That's actually really funny.
Like, that's real.
That sounds like a really viral tweet.
It's like it goes viral. Or like sometimes music just hits so different when you're sad. And then like it gets so many retweets. I hate that shit. Or what's the oh my God, what's the one? Someone mentioned this at the mic I was at yesterday. There's one viral tweet where people say men will literally start a podcast before going to therapy.
Oh, yeah.
As if to say it's a binary experience. Because I think we're both in
I do both.
Yeah, well, you can be verse.
Yeah, exactly. You could be a switch.
Yeah. You're on Grindr, like, are you a switch? Like, yes, I have a podcast and I go to therapy. Like that, they block you. That's so not what they meant.
I'll do that the next time I go on Grindr, which is every day.
Did I tell you about when I was like I was a freshman in college and I got like a Grindr as myself. Just to see what it was. I had been hearing about this Grindr thing. I was like,
this Grindr thing. I heard about this little Grindr doohickey on the App Store.
Hey, you sound like Toad on Grindr.
Wow.
Wow.
I downloaded Grindr.
Toad, by the way, excellent.
I love cock.
Toad is pan, I think.
Huh.
If I had to guess.
I would have said a gray ace.
Oh my God. Okay, Tumblr 2015. So I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, I got a Grindr. And I put like a photo of my face. And
hi, Gabby.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected.
Got a cock. I love cock.
And then I was like, well, I think no one is responding because I put a photo of my own face. So, and I didn't catfish anyone. I exited the app like seconds after I did this. Yeah. I put up a photo of Ansel Elgort. And gay men are some gay men, not all, but some gay men are so stupid. People were like, yo, man, what's up? Like, people were actually like hitting this person up.
Wow.
I like immediately deleted the app, but I was like, aww. It's so easy to like, I understand now why catfishes thrive because people are really stupid.
Oh, yeah. That actually reminded me. I remember when I was in college, I was on Tinder and I saw the face of someone I went to high school with, she's very, very pretty. But it was not her. It was not her name. I also went to college like in Illinois and not in New York. And so I was like, okay, there's no way this is, I was like a cat. And that was the first time I ever reported someone on Tinder.
Oh.
I was like, hey.
And he's done it lots of times after.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
everyone since.
Too pretty gives me boners. It's harassment. It's harassment. Stop. I can't stop getting hard for this one. Please.
I keep coming all over my bedroom. This is not safe.
I can't do laundry every day. Stop. It's what Lucas is
I
like.
have no fluids left. It's why I need to drink more water.
I like that when you impersonate yourself, you make like the craziest voice.
Yeah.
It's like your least truthful impression. Wow, we're getting deep.
It's the one impression I can't do. One
wow, what have you?
I've been trying to do me for ages, but I just can't.
I've been trying to do you for ages too.
It shows.
It shows.
Genuinely, do your best impression of me.
I'm a stupid bitch. That was really good, right?
That was great.
Let me try and do an actual Lucas impression.
Okay. Really? Yeah, really?
Hold on.
No judgment.
Oh God, I hope I'm not being rude.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's you.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if I can, and I've done it for you. I can't do your voice, but I can do your body language.
Yeah, I mean, my body language is pretty easy.
And so I'm going to move my mic, but it's basically just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend says I barrel into rooms.
Yes. Yeah. Guys, if you were just listening, you need to go on YouTube at the like around the 31-minute mark, and you'll get my physical impression of Gabby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember it was at a party at your apartment, which was really, really fun, that that your lovely girlfriend and I were talking, and she was like, Gabby's very clumpy when she walks. And I was like, you're right. What? I never heard a better adjective.
Yeah, spoken from someone who's imitating
Best adjectives in the world.
Jim Gaffigan on the comedy circuit.
Yeah.
In secret.
Yep.
When I'm out at Mike's, I always assume she's at home, but she's not. She's out at Mike's that I never go to, and she's just doing Jim Gaffigan sets start to finish. His hour special, by the way.
Yeah.
Not 5 minutes.
Can I say, I love the idea that, did you ever see that episode of Broad City where Abby has this whole alter ego when she's drunk? And she has no memory of it. I love the idea that is Sylvie's.
Sylvie kind of is a Val when she's drunk.
Really?
She, like, one day we were at
Hey, come on, get happy.
we were at a bar,
Yeah.
and she was talking to this girl who was selling, I think, like 500 milligram edibles.
Okay.
In a trolley. What are those gummies? Like the trolley bites. Like
Oh.
sour apple
Oh, okay.
things. It was like a 500 milligram edible.
Yeah.
And Sylvie goes, Gabby, come here right now. I go here. She's like, you have cash, right? You're going to buy this edible, right? I was like, if that's what you want. And I go and I buy the edible. And then the next day I wake up. I'm like, so are you really planning to take a 500 milligram edible? She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, okay, well, you do know that you demanded. And then I hold it up in front of her, and she was horrified. She could not believe that I spent $40 or $50, whatever it was, on this thing. We've not had it. It's too terrifying.
Oh my, are you going to like cut it up or?
Yeah, I would literally microdose it. Like, I think I'm going to like take one thimble or even like suck on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Cause that's all you could. I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah. I love the idea that you do it like a joint. You suck on it a little bit and you're just going to put it on the edge of a plate. Save that for
I
later.
ash the gummy.
Yeah.
Just on a little ashtray. Don't forget to ash it. It's going to get gummy juice everywhere. Gummy juice is a disgusting phrase. Gummy juice.
That was all Scooby snacks. That was all.
Oh my God. Gummy juice. Gummy juice.
Ugh. Oh, that's such an awful word. Gummy juice.
Scooby snacks is also not a good.
I like that better. That's a little bit. It's fun.
We all got so used to it from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Denormalize Scooby snacks. Another viral tweet.
Scooby is a sick fuck.
Oh,
he and Shaggy, they shouldn't be best friends. They shouldn't be smoking weed together. It's a dog and a human.
Shaggy just like hotboxes Scoob all the time.
Hotboxes his dog?
Yeah. Absolutely.
He blows a joint through one ear and it comes out through the other ear. And then Shaggy takes his mouth and puts it on Scooby's ear to collect the smoke. What do they call it? Shotgunning?
Oh, yeah. Just using Scooby like a gravity bomb.
That's horrible. Oh my god. And then you pull off Shaggy's face and it's Che Diaz from Sex and the City. Because there's an iconic scene where Che Diaz shotguns weed off of Miranda.
Oh,
and Che Diaz is obsessed with weed. Che Diaz is always like, I am going to do weed.
I just did a ton of weed.
Yeah, she's always like,
sorry,
they're always like,
oh, yes.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, let's do weed. Do weed at my comedy concert.
Have they said a single correct word on that show? A single correct word?
No, not one. I haven't even watched And Just Like That because it's so... I watched the original Sex and the City.
Yeah.
So it's so harrowing to me to think about them correcting that show because the whole point of it is that seasons 1 through 3 it was ahead of the zeitgeist, and then seasons like 4 and 5 it was like pretty behind the zeitgeist, and by season 6 it was just fully like old people complaining that they didn't understand the world anymore. And that is interesting in itself. You don't have to go get woke to try and right your wrongs because you can't always be right, you know?
Yeah, I'm still only in season 1, and so I still have yet a journey to go on, but what
do you think so far?
I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
It's so good.
It's nice sort of seeing, it's like, oh yeah, this is like a slice of New York that I'm not familiar with. That's sort of just like...
you're a Brooklyn kid.
Exactly, just sort of like that sort of upper crust, early to mid 30s woman on the Upper West Side. Like, it's so classy. It's so I'm just like, oh, I can have life like that if I want to.
And I will admit it, I do like when you watch a show and in the theme sequence, there they are, the Twin Towers. Season 3, no more.
Yeah.
They're like, what's that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you over this
New
Freedom
phone,
Tower. It's so like, obviously they're not going to like show the buildings burning in the theme sequence, but like, it is so funny how they sanitize it.
That was in the theme.
I couldn't help but wonder, were the burnings...
It's literally just them watching the towers, and then, but the music, and
Carrie's writing, I couldn't help but wonder, was 9/11 burning hotter than my crush on Mr. Big? Horrible. So bad.
I can't believe you just said that.
I did.
Oh,
I want listeners to know that like 9/11 jokes are very therapeutic for me because I was 20 minutes from the towers when they were burning down. So before you come for me from Colorado, you should remember that I've never said a serious thing about 9/11 in my life because I saw it happen. I actually didn't see it. I remember I was really...
Yeah.
When I got picked up from school,
yeah,
everyone at school was talking about it. We were like, did you see it? Did you see it?
Yeah.
And only one kid saw it because he was late. And I distinctly remember feeling jealous that he got to see it. Because I was like, this is only... I didn't know what 9/11 was. I didn't know why my mom was crying.
Gabby, stop talking!
I didn't know what it was. I just had a feeling. I was like, I feel like this is only going to happen once. Which, by the way, is not what the adults in our life thought. My mom was crying every single day, like terrified that it was going to happen again.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
But I knew. I was like, this is never going to happen again.
This is like an eclipse. This is...
This is like Eclipse, written by Stephanie Meyer, author of the Twilight series. Eclipse,
oh my God.
Third book in the Twilight series. Third movie in the franchise.
Let's go back to you on Grindr.
Me on Grindr.
No, but yeah, I do sometimes like, and not necessarily like wish I remembered 9/11 like more concretely in my mind, but I do feel like it's something a little bit like a part of like a New York identity that I'm missing out on just a little bit, because it really was not something that was that pungent a memory in my... I think
we were too young.
Yeah.
I do think I felt the effects in my parents a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I do feel like...
I don't even remember... Like, my parents obviously remember, but it wasn't that much of, like, a subject that I was, like, aware of being discussed or anything. It was just, like, I was out of school for a little bit, and that was it.
We felt some hard times financially during 9/11. I think it, like... there was a recession kind of similar to what happened with COVID. My dad like lost his job, but
where does your dad work?
He worked in software for a long time, and then he quit to start like pursuing more acting and directing. And then he started a startup for helping people file like out of network health insurance claims.
Yeah.
I feel like none of these listeners want to know what my father does.
Oh.
But just for full transparency.
All of the listeners are like, we are erect thinking about software and startup.
There is a culture of wanting to know what public figures' parents do. Like Mitski's dad was in the CIA, and everyone is losing their mind. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mitski doesn't sing anti-CIA sentiment. She sings about brushing someone's hand with your hand and having feelings. But I don't understand why she has to be anti-CIA for that sentiment to...
I'm so interested in like what public figures, like what their upbringing was like, what their parents did or who they were. I'm so like anytime I watch like Inside the Actor's Studio, that's like the intro right at the very beginning. That's what I was so fascinated with.
Interesting.
Always. I loved it so much.
Do you remember any specific celebrities whose backstories like really struck you?
One that is actually really interesting is that Tom Hanks, he has two brothers. One of those brothers was raised completely separate from him.
What?
Yeah. His brother...
Where is he now?
His brother Jim is a voice actor who did the voice of Woody for the toys. The actual toys. They are voiced by Tom Hanks' brother Jim.
So like there's a snake in my boot. That's Jim Hanks.
Yeah. And okay. I don't remember if Tom Hanks was raised like with his mom and Jim with their dad or vice versa, but they were raised completely separately.
Okay. And was Jim Hanks in the CIA?
Yes.
I knew 100%.
It. Yeah. But that I remember learning about that. I don't even know if that was on Inside the Actor's Studio, but when I learned about that, I was like, what? I found that so interesting. Do you know any like celebrities like upbringings that like really like struck you or anything like that?
I know that I don't know. I feel like I'm actually not as fascinated by it, which is not to yuck your yum.
Okay.
I don't want to
assassinated by it?
No. As fascinated. I don't feel assassinated by any of this stuff.
Sorry. I swear to God you just said assassinated.
That reminds me, just to go on a tangent. There's a comic.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? When we don't have a guest, we go crazy.
Yeah.
I was at a mic yesterday, and a comic who I don't want to reveal who this person is. I'll tell you off camera. But
Jim Gaffigan.
It was Jim Gaffigan. A comic was walking by me, and I was eating a kebab, and I said, "Do you like kebab?" And he thought I said, "Do you like to bomb?"
Right.
And I was like, why would I ever go up to another comedian and be like, hey, do you like to bomb, you fucking asshole? So, I mean, anyway, all big misunderstanding. Yeah. I said as fascinated. I'm not as fascinated by the culture of like who's... Okay.
Lap it up.
I found it interesting that Viola Davis grew up really poor.
Oh, yeah.
She grew up with like rats in her apartment and things like that. But then at the same time, you hear about these... Most celebrities today grow up with some level of means because that's how you can pursue an artistic career more easily. You can like take the unpaid internships and stuff.
Or as Kim Kardashian says, you need to work hard and you need to surround yourself with people that also want to work.
People are allergic to work.
Exactly.
I do think what Kim Kardashian meant to say, I'm going to defend her for a second. I think what she meant to say...
Say it.
Every influencer thinks that it's not work. Or like, every aspiring influencer.
Yes.
Successful influencers, I think, actually put a lot of work into it. Do I like the influencing profession?
Yeah.
Like, not really. We both do it to an extent. I mean, here we are on the Instagram putting up our little clips.
Yeah, of course.
Trying to get our names out there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that's what Kim Kardashian meant. I don't think she meant like people at the In-N-Out Burger are like
absolutely
not working hard.
It is also like obviously she grew up. The reason why I understand a little bit. It's a little bit ignorant to say, but I understand why she said it, because from her point of view, she's most aware of everything that she's put into her career. That's what's at the front of her mind. But obviously to us, everyone looking in, we see Kim Kardashian as someone whose like dad was a famous lawyer in a very high profile case, whose stepdad was an Olympian and like had this show and so much stuff that was like a lot of opportunity was thrust her way from and so obviously we're all aware of that. And so, but I understand that she's not as aware of it and that she grew up with that. That's what her version of normal is. So I understand why she said it, but I just hope she also understands like why we go, fuck you.
I think she meant about influencer culture, but okay. I get what you're saying. I
really do believe that she has actually put in a lot of work. I do believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She works harder than any of us, except Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner works the hardest out of...
Oh, yeah, no.
They say the devil works and Kris Jenner works harder. And I believe that's true. But I think that there's a culture, I think, online, like on Twitter and stuff, of like, oh, this artist's parents' names are blue on Wikipedia, and like that's how they got to where they are. And like it is fair to critique systems of quote-unquote meritocracy, because we know things aren't meritocracy.
Yes.
But I do think there is an argument to be made that the people who are the most adamant about coming for people with famous parents are people who believe that who your family is only dictates, like basically that your family is there just to benefit your career, because a lot of those people were without love in their lives.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lost.
Okay, this is kind of a hard theory. So
okay.
My parents weren't anyone famous, but I would never trade them for the world, because they taught me the value of love. They taught me to love myself. They taught me respect. They taught me the value of grinder and grinding.
Oh.
In all the ways. They taught me how to love myself, and they loved me good.
They grinded on you to show you how it's done.
God, accusing my parents of horrible things.
We love you.
We love you.
Stay golden, pony boy.
I love my parents for that reason. So if someone was like, if you could redo your life again and have your dad be Brad Pitt so that you could get every opportunity in the world, I would say no. But I think some people would not say no, because to them, it's like, okay, my mom and dad didn't show me love, didn't show me compassion, didn't show me how to be in the world. So for me, it's really interchangeable who my parents are. And for that reason, I would rather have my parents be major famous celebrities than normal people, because I can't fathom what it's like to have love in my home.
So what you're saying is that the people who maybe would say that, it's like indicative of probably a bad home life, or a certain kind of home life that is undesirable.
It's also indicative of what people think parents are and do, because I think that there is a certain kind of person who cannot conceptualize of a world where parents are there to give. And so the people who come for, like, Mitski's dad was in the CIA, Arca's rich, King Princess is rich. That's all true, but like but to come for them for that is like a lack of gratitude about your own life that like I think you need to examine a little bit more deeply.
Oh, absolutely. I would not trade my upbringing and like my parents or anything for anyone in the world. I would not.
And no. I know that for us, it's like we did grow up with some level of means, but I think a lot of my friends didn't. Like my best friend Billy grew up in like a restaurant family, like kind of working from the ground up. I don't think he would trade his parents for anyone either, because he like adores them deeply. And like a lot of the people I know who didn't grow up with a lot of money, like it's the same thing for them. They wouldn't be like, I'd like my dad to be Brad Pitt just because I'd get opportunities.
But also, just a little thing for anyone listening or watching. If you say, no, I would trade my parents for someone else, you could be like, that's so cool. That is okay to say. Because some people, like their parents, like their bio family or whatever, is not who they would choose as their own family. And
that's super fair. Yeah. But if that's the case for you, you can't go then directing your anger at Dan Levy for getting Schitt's Creek.
No.
Because his dad is Eugene Levy.
No, yeah.
Like, we know nepotism is why Dan Levy, extremely talented man, but we know he got Schitt's Creek because his dad is Eugene Levy.
Of course. That is absolutely true.
Of course we know that, but to direct your anger at him, like, no. Direct your anger at your family who you hate.
Yeah.
And go to therapy and do the work of, like, unpacking why you're so dissatisfied with your familial life that you have to attack celebrities on the internet for having famous parents. You can't control who anybody else is related to.
Yeah, no. And that's just life. Some people are born with, like, a certain amount of luck, a certain amount of certain kinds of circumstances that are just lucky, and you are more likely to find success. That is a circumstance. That is a fact of life, that some people are just born a little bit luckier, unfortunately.
I think I bring this up because there's been like a little bit of a discourse I followed where there's a comedian now on SNL who is in some way related to Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
And another comedian, like, attacked her about it in some way, and then she blocked him, and he subtweeted her, "Congrats to the comedian who blocked me seemingly just for knowing that she's related to Ronald Reagan." And then she subtweeted back, like, "Obviously Ronald Reagan's greatest dream was for me to be a writer on SNL." Like, it doesn't connect. What is she supposed to say to that? She didn't choose to be born.
No one... That is so... I cannot comprehend how someone would be mad at someone for being related to... You can't...
You cannot choose that shit.
If anything, that's a hindrance.
Yeah. Like Brian Hitler.
Yeah, yes. Of course.
I tell a joke about that there is a guy whose name is Brian Hitler. He's a descendant of the Hitler family. He didn't change his name. His first name is Brian. I don't know why.
Can you imagine someday people are going to be ashamed because they're related to us? Can you imagine?
They already are, baby. They already are ashamed.
Oh, yeah.
My parents sobbing in their house, being like, "Oh my God, she said we fucked her."
Can I say, I have a cousin who
you fucked.
Who?
Sure, people.
Yeah. This is for you. No, I do. I have a cousin who said, "Hey, Lucas, can me and my brother come on your podcast to talk about how you're fake Sudanese?" And just to fuck around. And I was like, "No, sorry, we only have comedians on the podcast right now." And she was like, "All right, worth a shot." And
what did she mean, fake Sudanese? Are you gonna come out as a Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah.
The quarter Rachel Dolezal.
No, it's she. Okay, so but here's the thing: is that she's fully Sudanese, as is her brother, my other cousin. That's the thing. And so because I've like done a little bit of material on it, she just like in a very jokey way, she would be like, "Oh, can we just like talk about how you're not shit or anything like that?" Compared to us.
I get that, and that's funny, but I'm just imagining now that, like, instead of going for the full thing that, like, the Jessica Krugs and Rachel Dolezals do, where they're like, "I'm fully black," you just faked your whole backstory.
Oh, yeah.
But you were like, "I need to make it believable. Fuck. I'm a quarter, okay?"
Yeah. My hair is actually so straight, and I curl it every day. I frizz it up.
Do you know about Jessica Krug, the other
No,
Rachel
I don't know.
Dolezal? She was this professor.
I need to Google. I want to...
Yeah, you got
Wait, I think I do know about... Yes, I have seen this person.
Yeah, oh God, the crazy black scent. She's like a Scottish woman who pretended to be a black academic.
How do you spell her name? Krug? Oh, yes, here we are. Jessica Krug. Oh, yeah, I've seen this woman.
Yeah.
I know all about... Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Afro-Latina wonder of the world. She kept losing friendships because she would, like, gaslight other black academics and be like, "You're not being sympathetic enough to XYZ situation." She would, like, have intellectual arguments with them until they were no longer friends.
I find this so fascinating. It's so interesting. But the thing that's amazing about it is that they just went under the radar for so long. That is the craziest thing. Makes you wonder who else is out there.
I think about that all the time.
And you're looking at him, baby. No. But I do wonder, like, who else is just like,
just how?
Just a little.
Is that what you think black people do? Lucas was just doing like jazz hands. Could you imagine
doing jazz and then like ducking my head a little bit, just jazz and just do,
like a bridge troll? It's fucked up.
Yeah. Answer my riddles 3.
I do think often about, in general, Like in the next 5 years, what we'll find out about the world. Like other celebrities or like.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's baseball players.
Tom Hanks is actually Jewish. Yeah.
Tom Hanks is Jewish, and his brother Jim is in the CIA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, there is something I wanted to say. It's very similar to the kebab scenario that I told you about, I think. But a couple days ago, I went to see Two Virgins comedy, David Dobbins and Maxim Allen's
shout
show,
out.
And I was in a car being driven by another comedian, and I was in the very, very back seat. There's like there's like driver's row, passenger row, and then like a third row. I was in the third row alone. And there was music playing. I couldn't hear the conversation that well. And I had thought that it was like we were talking about celebrities, and I thought I heard Leland say that she thought that Nicki Minaj grew up British. For some reason, I thought that's what she said, to which I said, no, I'm pretty sure her parents are Trinidadian. And then the conversation continued where our friend Belton, who was driving the car very kindly, he was driving us back to Brooklyn. Belton was like, yeah, I think a lot of celebrities grew up rich. And I was like, I just realized I misheard a word. And I was like,
Trinidadians can't be rich, according to Lucas.
Apparently. And so I was like, wait, I just need to say, guys, I'm very sorry. I think I thought Lee said British, to which I said, no, I think she's Trinidadian. And then... And then I heard Maxim Allen just say, oh, thank God.
Thank God we don't have a racist.
I just casually just said something super racist. Yeah.
Whew, oh, boy.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is my if you ever hear any stories said about me to the contrary, you heard it here first. And you know.
This is Lucas's apology tour starting right here, right now, in advance.
It would be funny if Nicki Minaj is actually British and not Trinidadian at all. She's actually like member of the royal family. She's like...
Bringing it back to performing arts high schools.
Oh, yes.
She went to LaGuardia.
She did go to LaGuardia.
Yeah, for acting.
I know.
Which is not apparent from her videos.
I do see it a little bit. If you see her in talk shows, she does have theater kid energy. When she's on talk shows,
oh my God,
she puts on accents sometimes. I saw her on Graham Norton once, and she every now and again she would just slip into an English accent. She would be like, "All right, what should I say?" And it's sort of like cute and quirky, but it's also like out of nowhere. Because I've never heard her do that anywhere else.
I think she's amazing.
I love her to bits. I think she's great.
I also think she was the best Drag Race guest judge ever.
Ooh.
She was a guest judge on Drag Race.
Better than AOC?
She was better than AOC. AOC was happy to be there. But that's the thing when they get these huge judges on Drag Race that have no right. Love AOC.
Yeah. Big fans.
Absolutely no right to be judging drag queens.
You are a government official.
Yeah.
You are a congresswoman.
Imagine they got Lindsey Graham.
You literally somewhat rule the country.
Yeah. Yeah. She was just like, oh my God, I thought you were fabulous. Nicki Minaj, though.
Yeah.
Obviously incredible artist, rapper, and like stylist. And she had really interesting critiques on everything.
I haven't seen this. What does she say?
She actually basically saves one girl from being eliminated because she defends her and says that she has star quality.
Okay.
And you can tell it's the first time Rue and his panel of judges are actually really listening to a guest judge. Because usually they just get these people on because they're super fans.
Yeah, okay.
Like they got Lizzo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
That is fun. Yeah.
But they also got, oh my God.
I think any female rapper is like like a glove, just fits so well into RuPaul's Drag Race. I just feel.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you think of anyone that wouldn't be a good judge?
No, but you know who I'd love to see?
Oh,
Cardi B. I wonder if she was I haven't watched seasons 13 and 14 of US Drag Race, so I don't know if she's ever a judge on those.
Yeah, she would be amazing.
Yeah.
She is one of the most naturally funny people I've ever seen.
Oh my God, she's great.
She's too good.
Yeah. She's like the opposite of theater kids energy.
Yes.
She's like New York high school.
Oh yeah.
Like will murder you but with a smile.
She's got back of social studies class energy.
Oh my God, the funniest person in social studies.
Funniest person in social studies.
I wish every single day that she had been like in my class for, you know, who
Do you know what she has the energy of? She has the energy of someone who's in the way of your locker, but you can't be mad at that person.
Oh my God, yeah, you can never be mad at her. She's such a sweetheart.
Oh, she's so great.
Very lovable, kind person. I think.
Yeah. She also loves Bernie Sanders. I gotta give it up for that.
I love
she's great.
Bernie Sanders, great Drag Race judge if they ever got him on.
Oh,
I would love to see that. Oh, because I know technically he would have no place on it either. If AOC has no place, why would Bernie have a place? I don't care. Put him on everything.
That is the biggest exception. Bernie Sanders on Drag Race. That would be amazing.
I think it's a testament to him that he hasn't like sought out.
You look snatched.
Yo wig.
I would put it forward to you, Rue, that this queen right here is snatched.
Here, let's have some chocolate about it.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Ruby chocolate. Who knew?
So good. Get some. Treat yourself.
Got some girls and boys and thems.
Oh, yeah.
And automobiles.
Oh, yeah. I'm chewing. I came up while I was high one night. I sent Gabby a voice note and I said, hey, tell me if you think this would be a funny gender-inclusive intro to every video I do in the future, where I say, what's up, bros, hoes, and automobiles?
I remember I texted you back. I was like, that's great. I try and support Lucas's ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
I mean, he's supported worse ideas from me. Like the taint joke.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Okay. When I was super high, I came up with a joke that I'm really proud of. And I tried it at an open mic and it bombed so hard. So I love the taint because I like that the taint is not one thing or the other. Like, it's not the butt. It's not the genitals. It's somewhere in between. As if to say, I taint involved with all that.
To which I said, I feel like something ruptured inside me just now.
It was your taint.
It was. Can I tell you, I came up with a bit that I've been trying to do on stage. It was while I went to see the Batman with Chris and Tina and Aaron, and I was very high for it.
How was it, by the way?
It was so much fun. Chris hated it.
Really? Why'd she hate it?
Hated it. She was like, this movie had no good acting. This movie had nothing.
What? They're like the two best actors.
I know. I thought it was so good. I would love to see it again. But it was just like while the trailers were playing that I started like riffing with Chris about how in Harry Potter, he doesn't get any contact from the wizarding world until he's about to turn 11. Because that's when he's like about to get an invitation to go to Hogwarts. And I'm wondering, do all Muggle families with a magical kid, because like Aunt and Uncle, like Petunia and Vernon, they know that Harry is a wizard. They know that. They don't tell him, but they do know it. They're prepared for shit. But Muggle families where they have like a Muggle-born wizard or witch, and only one of the two. This is J.K. Rowling's universe.
Wizard, witches, and automobiles.
Wizard, witches, and automobile. But I was wondering, I was like, do they get no contact or any kind of FYI from the wizarding world for all that time? And I was wondering, when they finally get a letter, are they just like super furious? Like, you could have fucking told us. I have 3 missing toes. I have burns across my body. All my vegetables get turned into fucking mugs.
Yeah. It really doesn't.
We've locked our kid in the basement for the past 6 years. Tell us something. This was so irresponsible of you. Just give us an email.
It doesn't help anybody that it's that late. Also, think about how many kids
We thought our kid was possessed.
Probably don't get sent to Hogwarts because they have strict parents.
I started wondering, imagine like an immigrant family.
Oh, yeah.
Moving to like maybe like East New York. And they have a Muggle-born kid. They're grinding away at work. They're just trying to make ends meet. And they have a wizard that they have to like deal with.
Yeah. I do think like they
turn all their money into butterflies. It flies out the window.
They probably like, they're not going to send their kid to Hogwarts. They're going to be like, you're going to Harvard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
he's like, I can literally heal people with my wand. No,
Yeah.
you're going to take biochem.
But I went on a huge and like Chris was laughing a lot because like it was just but I've tried to do that on stage and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. You'll get there.
I
you just
know
gotta
I
keep
will.
trying it.
Yeah.
No. You know what you should do?
Yeah.
You do that whole thing and then you say, I tain't involved with all that.
Yeah.
Then it'll really work.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any is there any stuff that you've like written when you're high and you'll be like, "Oh, this is amazing." But it doesn't work on stage or it doesn't in the way you like immediately think it would, you know?
Yeah, the taint joke.
The taint joke.
I was really high writing the taint joke. I was like, I cannot believe. I was like, I'm Shakespeare. I thought I was so amazing.
Oh my god.
I can't think of anything else that I've.
Oh yeah.
Most of my jokes I write stoned are good because.
Okay, quit bragging.
I'm sorry to say that it opens your mind to a new realm of stupidity and
Absolutely.
silliness.
I did write also because I was high and I was watching the finale for Love Is Blind, which was
so good.
amazing. So good. And the reunion episode, killer. So good.
I think it's so horrible that they can say no at the altar.
Well, that's the thing is that I wrote this joke while I was high. I said, I want to be high at a wedding where someone doesn't say yes.
No, that would torture me.
No, but if
so
I
are you
was
saying you're not an empath?
if I was a +1 at the wedding,
Oh.
so I don't actually know the people getting married that well. I'm just there for the ride.
I do want to watch someone object at a wedding.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to watch like one of those rom-com things where someone swoops in and
it never happens in real life.
I know. It's like I love
It's
you.
that-
Don't
yeah.
marry him just because he's rich. Like, truly, the person about to get married is the most unlikable person, so we don't even care when he...
Movies gaslight you into thinking more people are going to object at weddings, and also that you're going to run into quicksand a lot more times in life.
Yep.
Those are two situations that you think are just going to happen so much more than they ever do.
Yeah, I've never encountered quicksand.
No. Nor have I.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I've been gaslit by MGM.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pee, and then should we do listener submissions?
And then we're also going to get into other people that have been gaslit by MGM. Oh, yeah.
More
Stay tuned.
gassy munchkins. MGM.
Yeah, I actually went to college with someone who is of the Goldwyn family, of Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
And Tony Goldwyn.
It was his daughter.
No, stop.
Yeah.
I'm a huge
Lovely.
Tony Goldwyn fan.
I don't want to like say like her name. Like, I mean, it would probably
She's
be fun.
related to Tony Goldwyn?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
She came out of his penis.
Her dad's name is Blue on Wikipedia. Kill her. Murder her.
But yeah, she is awesome. Such coolest person.
What did she go on to do?
What? Sorry?
What did she go on to do? Is she
I don't
an
actually
actor?
know what she does now. I wonder. Maybe she still does acting. I don't actually know.
Maybe I'll look her
But
up while
she
I'm
was super talented and loveliest person. So cool.
Good.
But yeah, go piss.
Okay. Thank you.
Do it. Let's get into these
Listener submissions.
Hell yeah. Let's do
Okay.
it. Okay.
Hi guys, 16-year-old male here. I'm slowly entering the world of stand-up. And I've done a couple school talent shows and some random church events here or there.
Okay.
Hearing you guys talk about how much you love doing comedy has really inspired me to try and do more. What should my next step be? Thanks.
Well, this is very lovely.
I love this.
That's super. That just makes me smile.
16. Wow.
16. You have courage.
Yeah, that's
Seriously,
incredible.
You have courage. Before I actually say advice, I remember there was a comedian who I met at Eastville Comedy Club. She was 16, and she was really funny. And I had to go up to her and say, like, hey, I never was able to, pursue stand-up even though I wanted to at your age. I just hope you understand, like, not only how brave you are, but how good you are at this age. You please continue doing it. I needed to say that to give her encouragement. She now goes to my college.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
I
so
love
lovely.
that.
So lovely.
Her name is, Tony Goldwyn. What's that girl's name you said you went to college with?
I'm going to bleep her name, but...
I love that. Oh my god. on the pod, this is just gonna sound like bleep.
Yeah,
bleep,
just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, like we're all like we're both like just kindly swearing at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to this listener. I say you're doing everything you can. I mean, you're probably not going to be allowed into like a comedy club at this age, but if you look up open mics in your area, see what's available to you and go for it, my guy.
Yeah.
I
would also say just don't get burned out because it's young to start, so make sure you're doing all the fun things. Like
Yes. Make sure you still have your child.
What's fun for kids? Going to prom?
Yeah.
How often
going to the soda fountain? You know?
Make sure you go to the sock hop every now and again.
Indeed.
And what is it called? The honky tonk? If you're down south? Make sure you go to the honky tonk. I went to a honky tonk. It was really fun.
What is a honky tonk?
Okay, I found out what a honky tonk is.
Oh, yeah?
By going. Honky tonk it's an old-timey bar, and you go in and bands play like country music. And
That's nice.
you just dance.
That's awesome.
Some people do really elaborate dances. I was shocked.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. In the bar, there was a sign that said no line dancing. And I love the idea that that was a problem.
Imagine people are just like raring to go, like, oh, if that sign wasn't there.
I love two things: line dancing and following the signs.
And I'm all out of signs to follow, baby. But yeah, to this lovely person who wrote in, just keep going for it. And but yeah, that's just super wonderful to hear. That just makes me happy.
Warms my heart. Okay, we got a long one. This is is a two-parter.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Howdy, Meerkats. My name's Amelia. Pronouns are she, her, they, them, z, here, or her. Anyway, and I've been listening to you for a couple of months now. You never fail to make me cackle. I usually enjoy a podcast or an audiobook while I work on my garden or someone else's. I have a micro business, and it's nice to have a laugh while I do something I enjoy. Abby, as someone who's dabbled in...
She means Gabby, I think. No, she means co-host.
Yes, co-host. Gabby, as someone who's dabbled in fursuit making.
Oh, what? You've done everything.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
You'd make a great furry and a flirtatious squirrel, I'm sure. Lucas, you're probably my favorite sexist and racist, so kudos. Fuck yeah.
You're my favorite fake black person
I love this so much. You're definitely the funniest, at least, but I'm here to ask for advice. I'm 18 and a high school graduate, taking a year off before college. Great. Very cool to hear. I've been dating this lovely girl for 4 years. We got together as freshmen, and she's been my first serious relationship. Frankly, I want her at my side for the rest of my life. That is wonderful. But recently, I met someone a few years older than me. We were just meeting to hang out, but after getting better acquainted and discussing our sex lives a bit, she offered me an encounter with herself and her boyfriend. Ooh. Shortly after, one of my longtime acquaintances also made a sexual offer. My girlfriend and I have discussed opening our relationship during college before, but never seriously, and all these offers are making my head spin. I'm not used to people taking an interest in me like that. I'm very curious, but afraid to chance jeopardizing what I already have. My relationship means a lot to me. So what do you think? I used to ask my mom about this sort of stuff early on in my relationship, but I don't think she'd handle non-monogamy chats well. So thanks, Meerkat Moms, your fellow nosy creature, Amelia.
Amelia.
First off, can I just say, that is a long submission that was written beautifully.
Beautiful writing.
So concise.
Incredible. Thank you.
But you said this is a two-parter, so did I read this?
Oh, no. That's I got the wrong submission.
Okay,
Sorry, there's another two-parter that we have. Amelia, I would say, I love, first of all, that you are calling these propositions offers. Like you're being...
Or encounters. Did this person not say encountered?
Maybe they said encounters, but I think also the word offers was mentioned.
Yeah,
as if it's like a hedge fund hiring you, like a LinkedIn recruiter.
Yeah.
I would say if you're curious in the sexual way, like ooh, my coochie tingles when I think about this.
And they do say that.
That's what they all say. Then it might be something worth pursuing, but it sounds to me, and I could just be projecting because I'm in a monogamous relationship, that you really like your girlfriend, and that's okay.
This is a tough one because, like, it seems like you are very curious about exploring these possibilities, these offers, as you say, but it also seems like you have a really good thing going. And I would say take some time to really sit with yourself and where your gut is telling you. You really just need to listen to yourself, because I may be projecting on you, but that's something I've been bad at in the past, really just listening to my gut and following my own instincts about stuff. And it's that is the most important thing that you do, is you got to listen to your gut. If you really feel like you really want to explore your sexuality and other people, that this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
And but if you really feel like this person is amazing, this is the one for you, then you gotta talk it out with that person.
Kind of feels like a win-win. It's like you either go explore your sexuality in a nice consensual way, kind of still with this person by your side, because ideally you've talked about non-monogamy and you've set boundaries, or you just get to keep exploring monogamy with this person you like. Yeah. Kind of sounds great.
Oh yeah. This is a lot like my friend in high school who was like, I don't know what to do. Do I go to Yale or Princeton?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, to be you and the problems you have. But yeah, you are. You just got to listen to yourself and what you feel you pulled towards.
Do you think Princeton is monogamy or non-monogamy?
I think that Princeton is the freakier one.
Ooh.
I think Princeton is freakier than Yale.
I kind of agree, actually. They have eating clubs. That shit's weird. That they call them eating clubs. And they're not eating clubs. They're social clubs, but they're just like, let's eat.
Eating
Freaky.
pussy.
Pussy clubs.
Eating pussy club.
Okay, so...
yeah, do another one.
Let's see.
Is this the two-parter?
Yes, this is the two-parter.
All right,
so
hit it.
Buckle your seatbelt.
I am strapped in and ready to fucking go.
Okay, someone says, I have a story that I thought you two or more would be interested in. Bear with me, this will be long. Disclaimer, no animals were harmed in this story. And while
disclaimer?
And while this
Always
did
good to
take
hear.
place at a girls' camp, a lot of us don't identify as female, so I use they, them pronouns for all characters.
Okay.
I used to attend a summer camp for my dad's cultish religion. Every year turned out shit, but I want to tell the story of my first year because looking back, it was kind of hilarious and sad at the same time. When we got there, we were told that moderate pranks were allowed as long as no one got hurt. I'm sorry, I need to comment on that first.
As opposed to liberal pranks.
Liberal pranks, you mean
alt-right pranks.
You mean AOC? Talk about a freaking liberal prank.
Yeah.
I think the best pranks are the ones that are allowed.
Yeah.
Like, what? It was like, isn't that the point that they're not allowed?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But go on.
Our first day activities consisted of unpacking our bunks and icebreakers. I came in with a small crew from my ward of the church based on geography and what time you attend. Okay. Even though I found out later that they all hated me, we still had a blast. That is, until the night rolled around. We finished up our scary stories just in time for the counselors to call us into the woods for a hazing ritual to find a fake bird. They said to bring it back dead or alive. We spent an hour looking because they wouldn't let us go back to bed otherwise. Eventually, though, they called it, and we all went to bed thinking nothing of it. The next morning, my posse and I were walking around as we waited for the morning seminar. That's when we found an already dead bird on the ground. Most of us were sad, but my cousin had a devious plan that we couldn't pass up. So we pulled out a plastic baggie, scooped the bird up, and took it back to the cabin where we wrote an almost threatening note. You said dead or alive. We went to the counselor cabin, placed the note and bird out of the bag now on the doorstep, and knocked. All hell broke loose when one of the girls picked up the note and shoved it into the face of the counselor who opened the door and then pushed her way in. I can't remember what happened after that because I was too busy laughing. Of course, after our prank was complete, we held a respectful funeral ceremony at dusk for the bird, which we named Jade. It had fake candles, a rock headstone, and hymns. Nothing else that happened that week topped our second day, and even my second year there was shit. That was mainly because they discovered some of the other girls were pushing beds together, so no two girls were allowed to be alone anymore. That sucked because I had a crush on my second year on this older girl who hung out with me. And that's it. That's the submission. I cannot believe how much was going on there.
There was a lot there.
Let's start with my dad's cult camp.
I forgot that was a detail. I was so lost in the story of like just presenting a dead bird as a prank, and like I forgot. I was like, what cult? What are the details of this cult? Who is worshipped? What are the rites?
It just doesn't sound that much different than a regular Jewish summer camp.
Yeah, it didn't sound. It sounded like just a summer camp.
So maybe the cult is Judaism.
That's a secret. We were dead the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the Sixth Sense. Wow.
And then the counselors, we came out for a hazing ritual.
Yeah.
This makes it sound like this was frequent. It was like swimming lessons, arts and crafts, hazing ritual.
There was, but then nothing sounded that hazy or that like really like, in my mind, hazing is like somewhat violent or like somewhat like intrusive or hurtful.
No,
I've
understood hazing to be annoying.
Okay.
But hazing has a
in
weird...
well, the thing is, like, I associate hazing with like rumors I heard about fraternities in college.
Oh, what'd you hear?
Oh,
you weren't in one.
Oh, that they had to like make out with goats or like get naked and like
quote unquote had to.
Yeah. The do it of my own accord. But yeah, that's what I associate with it. Just like hazing is like make you do embarrassing stuff. Like or like
but I've also seen sorority hazing where they just buy you things. I'm like, that's not hazing. That's nice.
That's a bridal shower.
Yeah, that's bridal showers are hazing. Let's be real. Weddings are hazing. The fact that they make us go to weddings. When you get older kids, you're gonna have to go to your friends' weddings. It's gonna feel like hazing.
Have you been? I have not been to a friend's wedding.
I was supposed to go to my friend's wedding, but I got COVID. Of
course.
I know. It was so sad.
Did you see photos from it or how good?
I haven't seen the photos yet, but the groom wore a really sexy turtleneck.
Okay.
Which I do love. Groom in a turtleneck.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. I think because it's never happened. It's probably happened. Imagine I was like, it's never happened.
It's a first. But yeah, this person, I don't know if I have any takes from it. It's just like, all right, that happened at summer camp.
I have advice.
Yeah.
Google how to write a pilot and write a pilot about this.
Oh.
Because I am in school.
Yeah, don't go to grad school for it. Just Google how to write a pilot. Give you all you need to know.
Don't spend any money on this.
That's all you
go
need.
To grad school.
You learn too much in grad school. Yeah. It'll paralyze you.
It'll make your brain so big like it did for me.
It's bursting at the seams in your skull.
Lucas is actually, if you can't see it on the video, my brain is like pushing him out of the way. He's barely in frame of the camera.
That's what these lines on my shirt are. It's just me shrinking like an accordion.
I got that late. Last take.
Yes.
Two girls couldn't be alone anymore together because they were pushing the beds together.
There's so many details about this that I forgot in the mix.
So I actually remember at my summer camp where I was a camp counselor.
I never went to summer camp.
I was gonna say you gotta go, but you're too old.
What if I just be like, yeah, I'm of age, yeah, just ignore me, kids. Be
like a home ec counselor or something and just go. It's really a fun time, actually. Yeah. But I remember at the summer camp I was a guidance counselor at. There were these girls in the older bunks who like had a ritual of all hooking up with each other, but that's not the crazy part. The crazy part was that I found out it was part of a long-standing tradition. When you got into that room, you were like supposed to hook up with all the girls in your cabin.
Well, how old were you?
When I was a counselor and I heard about this, I was like 22, and the girls I heard about doing it were like 15. And I didn't know how to handle this situation.
Did you go to this camp?
As a kid, I went to that camp.
How old are you when you went to this camp?
I was around that age, but I didn't get invited to do any of that.
Were you not in that cabin?
I wasn't in that cabin, no. I found out later that it was a long-standing tradition, but I wasn't in that cabin. I was like in a different room.
Yeah, okay.
So I didn't know any of this was happening.
Do you feel like you missed out?
Potentially, but I don't know if I could have handled all of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I
was told about so many experiences that friends of mine had when they went to like sleepaway camp. That apparently it's like there was their first gay experiences. A lot of them.
I had my first gay experience at... No, that's not true. I had my first gay experience in the city, but I had my first gay sexual experience at summer camp.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was great. It was a great time.
Aw.
I also loved... I got to benefit from the patriarchy because all the counselors were like, no going to boys' rooms. So we all just, like me and the girls. It was me and...
So we all became gay.
That's what did it. That's what turned us. Do it. It's like jail. Just like jail. Who doesn't go gay in jail and at summer camp? Just like jail.
Jail. Summer camp for boys. Oh my God.
Orange is the new camp. It's true.
Whoa.
So I guess all of this to say, I'm sorry that you didn't get to benefit from the girls pushing the beds together, but I'm sure you can still find a way to hook up with your friend.
You could still hook up with the dead bird.
As a quote-unquote hazing ritual. Oh my God, they made me do it.
Here's the thing. That sounds like a hazing ritual to me. When I think hazing, that's what I think of. You have to make out with a dead bird. That's exactly what I think of.
I think of like these... Sometimes in the frats, they had to drink a lot of alcohol or something and run around naked.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
But then I heard about people getting bought gifts, and I was like, damn, being a girl is so nice. You get to, like, in your sorority, like, that's what hazing is. You just get a bunch of streamers in your room from an older girl who's hotter than you. Sounds great. I should have been in a sorority.
Sounds great.
If you guys have a sorority for me to join...
Hey.
Let me know.
Oh, and if you have any like hazing rituals from college that you want to spill your guts about, let us know.
Yes.
Let's do just one more and then
I don't think I have
Do we not?
Any more pulled up, and if you want to pull one up.
Ooh, let me try to find one.
Pause.
Ooh, here's an interesting one. I have this weird phobia of pointy shoes, and it all stems from a book called The Witches by Roald Dahl. I read it as a kid because it was labeled incorrectly, in my opinion, as a children's book. That book and that movie, so scary.
Did you see the Anne Hathaway version of the movie?
I did not see it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
I want to see it, but...
I heard it's terrible.
Really? Oh, that's sad. But the original one that I saw... So terrifying.
Interesting.
So scary.
Who's in that one?
Angelica Houston. She's the head honcho witch.
Oh, okay.
Angelica Houston, and like they like peel off their wigs and their like masks and stuff. And wait, actually, pointy shoes. Because famously, the witches have flat shoes because they don't have toes. That's the whole point of witches. Is they tell you how you identify witches. Which is that they have like these like really crazy eyes and they have flat shoes, like no point to them because they don't have toes.
I feel like if you didn't have toes, that would be best for having pointy shoes because really pointy flats, I've worn them, they like hurt your toes.
But because they squeeze them.
Yeah.
Squash.
I think it'd actually be awesome to have no toes.
No, I like having toes.
Oh, come on.
I like that my feet also have fingers.
No opposable thumbs.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Lucas is like picking up a beer with his toes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that episode of Phil of the Future?
Never watched it.
Oh, so good. It's in the future, pinky toes are obsolete. So when Phil comes back to the past and he has to go on a school swimming trip, he has to pretend he has a pinky toe, which is kind of a flawed premise. He could literally just be like, sorry, I lost it in a surgery.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't think about it. He's like...
Or just be like, oh, yeah, crazy, I was born without them.
Yeah, I know. He could fully say that, but like...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's how television's made. Like, no, let's ignore this huge plot hole. Just
well, let's make a whole episode about it. Just yeah. But yeah, if you have a phobia of pointy shoes after watching The Witches instead of having a phobia of flat shoes, you're dumb.
Instead of having a phobia of witches.
Oh yeah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Although it is the small details in a scary thing that like make you afraid of it. Like I remember watching the trailer, this is so random, but watching the trailer for iRobot with Will Smith, the robot's eyes and like their kind of translucent skin.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Scares me more than the premise of robots.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. It was a good movie, but it was a scary movie.
I never saw it. I saw the trailer like 100 times because it was scary. It was scary, but I couldn't stop looking at it. I was
the movie is pretty good. There was the movie that for me was like so scary, but I couldn't stop looking at it or like being fascinated about it was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, never saw it.
So good. I have the VHS.
Oh, look you go.
Oh yeah,
Lucas is acoustic. This guy.
I'm a unplugged. But I got obsessed with giant squids. Because like there's a giant squid that is like a big point in the movie that like attacks the submarine, and I became obsessed with that and all manner of cephalopods because I was so terrified by it.
When you went to the Natural History Museum, did you then avoid the giant squid?
Oh no, I went right to it.
You
I was
freak.
like, I need to learn. I need to protect myself.
I once went to the Natural History Museum with a girl who would like, we were young at the time. We were like,
oh, to be young.
We would walk into that hall and she was like, if you see the giant squid, you have to tell me. I'm so scared of it.
Aw, that's adorable.
It was pretty dramatic though because it doesn't move.
No, yeah.
It's like just there.
It's
on
also
the ceiling.
not real.
It's not?
I'm sorry to break the news to you.
You've never seen
so
Night
sorry.
at the Museum?
I have, but it was during the daytime when we were safe.
Oh. Now that's hazing. Night at the Museum.
Whoa.
The ultimate hazing is
that's a great
they
idea.
lock you in a museum and everything comes alive. That's the ultimate hazing ritual.
That would be a great SNL sketch if Ben Stiller was the host. Be like, all right. You're going to fucking die. You're going to get attacked by a dinosaur and Attila the Hun. Just like
no, he starts it with just the premise of like, this is Alpha Beta Kappa. No one gets out safe unless they're a true brother. You know what you have to do. And all the pledges are like, it's all right, boss. I'll drink until I pass out. Yeah. And then he locks them in the museum. Yeah. And Teddy Roosevelt
blindfolds
comes up to them,
takes them inside, and then they're like, is this the fucking Museum of Natural History?
Someone's already shaking. He's like, please, I'm a bioethics major. I can't be in here.
I have chem lab tomorrow.
Oh my god. That would be the way to get rid of the most people who you would not fuck with for your
This is like if
fraternity.
hazing was also Squid Game. Literal Squid Game. What a way to end.
And I think that's where we'll end. We've been to Nosy Meerkats.
Close us out, Gabby.
Oh, people, thank you for listening to our episode. Life is a journey, and you are there too. Life is a rock opera. Life is a podcast. Pause. Don't chairs rule. Viral tweet. Send. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.